Hello, my name's Ben Hamley and I'm a mind sports coach. I work with athletes. I also work with everyone else as well on all sorts of goals and objectives. My work's taken me into all realms, so it's quite an exciting job that I have, and I'm here to share a little bit about what it is exactly that I do and how it might be of help to you. So hopefully these little clips will give you an insight into some of the things that you can do, and if you want to know any more, then check out the other clips and the other resources on my website, and also you know, get involved, give me a message, and we'll take it from there. This stuff it's as good as you want it to be. So if there's things that you want to change in your life, then this is what I've been studying for the past 6 years now, and it's all coming together rather nicely. So this weekend we just had a weekend of hypnosis, and this is something I've been learning now for a couple of years, and I just want to share a little bit about the possibilities that there can be with hypnosis. Now, obviously the first thing I need to say is that there's two types of hypnosis. There's stage hypnosis and what's called direct hypnosis, and that is when the person kind of authoritatively directs somebody into a trance. And there's another type of hypnosis which is called permissive hypnosis, and this is where you go in a way that isn't controlling, isn't manipulative, rather it's more suggestive. It allows people to get into their subconscious, which literally means the stuff that's off the radar, the stuff that isn't yet conscious. So if you think about growing your consciousness, then the more that you learn about what's not conscious, or what's subconscious, not yet conscious, subconscious, that's when you can start to grow your consciousness and become more aware of all the things that you're doing. And it's beautiful because the body and the mind, they work more than 90%, pretty much automatically. So much is going on. The conscious mind is so small compared to all the processes, all the blood flowing around your system, the operation in the cells, all of your organs, everything that's going on is working. I mean, if you had to control it all, you wouldn't have any time to think in the day. So, these processes, you just need to kind of understand or accept that they're all going on already underneath, and that's part of what you're doing. That's part of your human nature. So this is all going on, and with that, obviously, there's communication between what's conscious and what's unconscious, and these techniques that we've been learning have been about really communicating into that, like beyond that boundary, and getting more familiar with the difference between the unconscious and the consciousness, and integrating the two together so that they work as a team. So this starts with obviously a lot of relaxation, and it goes deeper with the level of acceptance of the person. So there's, oftentimes you hear people say that not everyone can go into hypnotic trance. Well, it's about levels of trance, because once you know something, once you become very good at a skill, let's take driving again, it's the classic example, you get really good at it, you actually become unconscious of the skills that you're doing. So we call it unconscious competence, something I've mentioned before. This is just a way of doing something. You do it so well, you don't need to think of all the processes, because you've already done them, you've installed them into your body. They can go down, you can stop thinking in the conscious mind about them, and they can just be performed without having to worry too much about them. And this is often when you get these flow states, when you already know everything you're doing and actually become very aware. The thinking mind is just aware of what it's doing rather than aware of like the processes that's going on, because it's already adapted itself to these processes, and there's these flow states and zones that are reported from these experiences, and the chances are you've already experienced some of these states yourself. So Definitely with athletes, there's this idea of being in the zone, and this is something that involves kind of reaching and getting more familiar with your subconscious. And just in everyone's own lives, regardless of what it is, there's a way of working with the subconscious like this. So the coolest thing about the subconscious is you don't have to know what it is that's up. You don't need to know the words, because the words, you don't need to kind of bring it out and say, this is exactly what was wrong with me, this is why I felt this way. It's just, you just need to know that there's kind of, oh, that didn't feel right when I was in that situation, or when I think of this, or or just for some reason I feel like this and I don't know why it is. That's the kind of thing that you can really get into with subconscious work with this hypnotic phenomenon. It's not about going to sleep. Hypnos means in Greek, or I think it's Greek, going to sleep. It's not about going to sleep. You're actually more aware, more awake, and even just experiencing what it's like to go that deeper level is fascinating as a human to experience that depth of experience. So you can do this already, and you can do it more and more. You can go deeper and deeper. And the fun thing is that you don't need to know exactly what you're dealing with. You just allow yourself, and this happens through guidance. So obviously it's a skill, and once you've got that skill, you can start doing it more and more automatically, and come up with new and fun ways of doing it. And in fact, that's part of it. It's becoming more creative. So going from a stuckness, something that is in the body, like part of you that just doesn't quite feel right, and then allowing that part to let go of its job of helping you out. It was helping you out somehow. And then using the creative part of you to come up with some new ideas of how to take on the role that part of you that was doing the thing, making you feel like you didn't want to feel, and just switch it over. So that might be quite confusing, what I've just said. It's a little bit of a light, quick introduction of a technique that can be used in this way. And as I said, the beauty of it is that you don't need to put it into words. You don't need to specify exactly what is that thing that's just kind of in the way, just not making you, if that thing just buggered off, then everything would be awesome. It's about getting into the depths of your mind and your body, and then interacting with these different parts of you and bringing them together into a whole, so that you can take everything on to levels that, obviously, if you haven't already accessed this and are doing this progressive growth mindset, these levels are going to be already way beyond what you are capable of doing. So just imagine what it would be like to do everything that you were doing, and then go deeper into your experience and start to really become a lot more congruent with the whole of you. And again, I'm sure you've experienced times when what that's like. This is about more of that, more of those times that what you want, you can get. So there's just a little bit of an intro into maybe a bit of demystification of what I've learned, which is this permissive hypnosis, and just seeing how you can take that into your future, and we'll go from there. So I've been Ben Hamley. I had to think about that. Many names, many personalities I have. I've been Ben Hamley, and yeah, just another one of my little videos. And if you've enjoyed it, please let me know, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.